So this Bridgerton actress recently did an interview where she claimed she demanded to be nude in Bridgerton in order to say F you to the body shamers.
Here
Just
she is.
throw them a fat middle finger, a really fat middle finger to the body shamers.
In the infamous words of Tim Pool, some guys like fat chicks.
Nicola Coughlan demanded nude scenes as an FU to the body shamers. I specifically asked for certain lines and moments to be included. There's one scene where I'm very naked on camera, and that was my idea.
Well, of
my
course,
choice.
A thin person would just be naked. A fat person would be very naked.
She continued, it just felt like the biggest FU to all the conversations surrounding my body. It was actually amazingly empowering. I felt beautiful in that moment. And I thought,
Lizzo.
when I'm 80, I want to look back on this and remember how effing hot I looked.
Dude, women in general are having a week. Mary, rein them in.
The ability of society to just lie to women is one thing. Women's ability to lie to themselves is amazing. It's amazing.
It's
like
truly
It's
a
like
feat.
when somebody posts like the
Next
video of Gorlock going out, and they're like, "I pray to
I'm a
one day
10.
have half the confidence,
Of
delusional confidence that Gorlock has."
She's not fully Gorlock level,
No, it's not.
honestly.
No,
and you know,
no.
she's really like, she looks like she would look great if she lost the weight, honestly.
But that's not the point of this. The point of this,
student,
ladies and gentlemen, is that only in modern Hollywood do you get to live under the delusional, narcissistic belief that a studio should spend millions of dollars and risk millions of people turning off the TV to satisfy your narcissistic desire to be validated by society with a big FU to people who say mean things to you on the internet.
Just imagine being the director and she's like, I insist on being naked. Like, okay.
She collaborated with an intimacy coordinator.
I was about to say, like, and then the intimacy coordinator's
Yeah.
like, damn.
Lizzie Talbot to shoot her sex scenes with the leading man, Luke Newton. You go, okay, what do I want to show? What don't I want to show?
See, here's the problem.
What's scripted and what do I want to add?
You get to choose what people see, which is even more narcissistic.
Oh, man.
You really want to prove to me that you want to say F you? Show the stuff you don't want them to see. No good lighting. I want the cellulite to be 110% visible so that
Because
people can judge you.
that's realistic.
That's
and
realistic.
Do it in the old IRL studio.
Representation.
Yes, all
Representation
women,
of cellulite matters.
Any fat woman who wants to be naked on camera should be forced to do it in the Timcast studio to film the
The
scenes.
old one.
Exactly.
So that the
I
lighting...
think that would kill the porn industry
would.
once and
if
for
all
all.
porn stars were forced to film scenes in the IRL studio, it's like, oh, you think you're hot? Well, you've never been under these lights.
That would be
okay?
the end of porn.
Yeah.
In a now deleted Instagram post from 2022, she went off on body shamers, saying, "If you have an opinion about my body, please don't share it with me. Most people are being nice and not trying to be offensive, but I'm just one real-life human being, and it's really hard to take the weight of thousands of opinions on how you look being sent directly to you every day. If you have an opinion about me, that's okay. I understand I'm on TV and that people will have things to think and say, but I beg you to not send it to me directly." Fair enough. I guess. Don't send your opinions to me.
I feel like 99 times out of 100 that's going to be my take, but today it's just like, no.
Today's like, nah, F you.
You don't get to demand nude scenes and then decide who sends you a message.
Right, no one asked me if I wanted to see you naked. Yeah. Therefore, you didn't ask for my opinion about your body and you're going to get it.
Yeah. No, like at the very least, whoever was a camera operator that day has a right to send you an opinion on it.
Yeah, I agree.
Right?
I have to agree. So this is interesting. Her family is going to be sent an edited PG version of Bridgerton so that they don't have to see her naked.
Why is Hollywood bending over backwards for this lady?
She said, it's literally written into my contract. People think I like saying it as a joke, but I just don't want to. I grew up Irish Catholic. That's just not how we vibe. So,
But it is how you vibe.
I don't don't think it's ever how anyone vibes that they want to see their child having sex on TV, but
Unless you're Sydney Sweeney's grandparents.
She did.
yeah, unless
at
you're
least
Sydney
she-
Sweeney's
Yeah.
grandparents that want to see your boobs.
Best
but-
tits in the business.
At least she went out of
Sydney.
her way. At least she went out of her way to actually get it in the contract.
Yeah,
Like
that's-
stand up for yourself in
You thought
contract
ahead of time.
negotiations.
yeah.
It's called a
But
non-in
look,
clause.
I want to sign up to be sent the edited PG versions of these shows.
We
I don't
need
want to
the-
see you naked.
Dude, that show's so stupid.
I've heard that it's extremely graphic,
It is.
like for no reason.
It's like 30 seconds in, there's a sex scene.
Yeah. It's like Jane Austen adaptations, but also mixed in with porn.
Like, it should be weird that we have sex right now. Like, it's completely that.
Yeah. Which is just totally like not connected to the era in which
I wonder if she's naturally a redhead.
No, she's not.
She's not.
No, I don't think so because in other photos I think she's blonde. But anyway, this is the same actress that they were promoting as having like great chemistry
Also,
with her co-star.
why do the maybe I'm wrong here. Why do the fat women in Hollywood always have to be with like dudes who are in shape?
Well, that's not her boyfriend; it's her co-star.
But the scene is with. I'm
Yes,
guessing is with,
you're
okay,
right.
That's
You're
what,
right.
Why? Because they know that two fatties just doesn't have the same ring to it.
Brett is cooking!
Cook,
Put the fatty with a fatty!
cook.
Let's be
We
realistic.
created
Let him know.
We created widescreen cameras for a reason.
To
or at
be
least
fair,
put
like,
it with someone in DC.
He's not very gifted in the face.
Okay.
What? He just looks like a normal dude.
But all credit where it's due. She's 37 and she looks 25.
She does look very young for her age.
She's 37?
It's all the extra weight. It's all the extra, all the extra weight in her face that smooths out her skin.
I just imagine her like, nah, put me naked. It's like, no,
it's
no.
really weird, right?
It doesn't
It's
make
giving,
sense for
like,
the scene. I'm taking it off.
It's giving trench coat flasher vibes.
Yeah.
Like, you need to look at my body.
There
It
would be-
gets
there-
me
there
like
could
it
be a
gets me
great-
this weird thrill.
There could be a great Ryan Long skit where the director's like, well, you know, talking about, he's like, well, don't you want to be more modest? And then like behind him, like one of the other actresses is getting naked for their scene. and they're like trying to talk her out of it.
Yeah.
I can't with it's unbelievably entitled and narcissistic to be able to spend a bunch of a studio's money and risk people just turning it off so that you can clap back at a bunch of people on the internet who said mean stuff about
Okay.
you.
There's a lot of sex scenes in Bridgerton that are not just her.
But-
That's kind of the point of the show.
Yeah, but that's not what I'm saying. I'm saying that it's a specific type of sex scene, meaning that it's with somebody who's not conventionally attractive.
Sure.
Okay, so if it wasn't written, and clearly, if the studio wanted that, they would have written it in for her. Right? If the studio thought that a sex scene from her
No, I think
would
they
have benefited
did.
the show, they would have written it for her and not had her demand them.
I think they just worded it like that in the headline for
Mm-hmm.
clicks, but I get what you're saying.
Well, it's working.
I think they wrote the sex scenes for everyone regardless, but I don't want to see any of these people naked, but most especially not the obese ones. I think that's only fair. I'm being sexually harassed by Netflix.
Yeah, I remember when there was that fake button that was supposed to be like you can skip the sex scenes.
I want that button to be
It
a
doesn't
thing.
exist, but the button was called like skip the foreplay, which doesn't actually make sense because that
No,
would
it doesn't.
theoretically bring you to the
Yeah.
sex scene.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But I really wish that were a real thing.
Look, it's her fault that she wasn't around when Girls was being made. She would have fit in more perfectly during Girls.
I don't know. The
Lots of
cast
naked fat chicks on that one?
the cast of Bridgerton, aside from that one chick who said there aren't enough roles for young women in Hollywood,
What? For young chicks?
they're not really stunners. Honestly.
The women.
I mean, they're British.
I mean, any of them really. Are they all British? That's probably why. Yeah.
Yeah, there we go.
Yeah. This is just
Yeah.
contributing
Little
to
joke
my,
of the limeys, huh?
to my like phobia.
Do we need to throw the tea once more?
just
I'll throw it.
We're spilling it today.
I just
We're
can't
spilling
get
the
over
tea.
the absolute narcissism of it all.
I'm a fan today. Right?
Can't get over it. It's all.
I'm Team Dasovic all the way.
Anyways, just no. Just avoid it. don't do it. Mary would say don't do any sex scenes at all.
Unless in the privacy of your own home, then it's okay. You know what I mean?
Did I tell you that I did see somebody give me the perfect example of the most necessary sex scene in Hollywood history?
Oh, Jason Statham.
Which is Jason Statham in Crank, where literally the whole point of the movie is he has to keep his heart rate above a certain amount to stay alive. So he physically has to be having sex to stay alive.
The Community
You
Notes.
can't just do jumping jacks.
Yeah.
That's like a Community Notes Hall of Fame. It's
Yeah.
like, this may be the most necessary sex scene of all time.
Because Chevy Chelios needs to keep his heart rate above a certain amount. He does initially he does a bunch of cocaine and it doesn't work. So
I've never seen that movie.
You should watch it. It's great.
Seems like a fun time.
It is, and it's
A little silly.
It's in the. I never saw the sequel. I never saw Crank High Voltage, but it's on HBO Max. But I'm always like almost, and then I don't do it. So just know. Just know. Or how about this? If they write it in for you, do it, but don't require them to do it for you and risk people turning it off. And if you think that people are shallow enough to turn it off just because the people are on stage having sex are ugly rather than attractive, you're right. They will. Thanks for watching. Listen to full episodes of Pop Culture Crisis on Spotify.
Keep up with us on social media and make sure you subscribe and ring that bell so you never miss the show. Bye, guys.